Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bethany Broncos Coaches Show. We are Rockwell. You could actually come visit us if you want Wyatt Kiefer's autograph. He charges, but it still would be worth it. How much, Wyatt, are we charging nowadays?
Free.
Free? Oh, gosh, you got a heck of a deal. So if you want to come get an autograph from Wyatt Kiefer, free.
Today only.
Today only. Baxter's going to charge. It's going to be at least $5, okay? So, and then Tristan's not even here. So, Tristan, if you are listening, you better get on, okay? So, all right, we might have some technical difficulties. We'll work through it, but we are live and ready to go. So we're going to start off. It's game week, John. We've got a big-time game coming up Friday night, first game of the season, and we got to go on the road. Now, before we talk about the Bears, before we talk about our Broncos, got to get out real quick our serve text line. It is 405-367-3732. So if you want to text up or serve up a question for Wyatt Kiefer or Gabe Baxter or Tristan Griff. What is Tristan's last name? Garrett. Tristan Garrett. Tristan, get here, by the way. Or Coach Stout or Coach Arthur. You can text us that line presented by Serve Coffee. Okay, it is game week, John. We got the Bears coming in. Actually, we're going to Noble, 5A squad. Last year, Bethany wins 40-21. Let me just ask you first. Are you a little nervous about this?
I mean, it's opening week, so it's always a little nervous, but not as nervous as the players have got to be. But last year, it looked closer than it was with the final score. I think they scored a couple of touchdowns at the very end. It could have been easily 50-0 if they would have kept the starters in the whole game.
Well, let's go to the players. Let's go to Wyatt Kiefer. Wyatt, the junior starting tailback and linebacker here with us at Qdoba. Wyatt, you got to be at that game last year. So we talked about a couple weeks ago, this is a whole new Bethany team. I mean, you are a returning player that got starter minutes, got a lot of minutes last year. But this is a brand new team. A lot of guys have graduated or transferred. So how are you feeling going into this Friday night matchup?
I mean, I'm feeling just the same I did last year. I mean, we're going in to knock some heads off and definitely surprise everyone.
Knock some heads off.
The score should be about the same, even worse.
Oh, good thing we got a big audience in Noble. They're listening right now. This will be great. All right, so Wyatt, I think we're a new team, but Noble's going to be a different team. I believe Jackson Steely, the quarterback, should be back. Heck of a baseball player, by the way, going to college, play baseball. He threw for over 200 yards. They didn't run the ball very well, but they did have some success in the air. So as you guys are game planning this week, are you looking at last year's game at all, or is it just like, hey, we'll just start from scratch?
I mean, we're looking at last year's film, but we're also looking at their scrimmage film. But no, we know they're going to throw stuff we're not going to see on scrimmage because they're not going to show it. But mainly, I mean, my task is to sit for quarterback because I like utilizing his legs a lot.
Yeah. So I like to ask this to the players, but you're going to be starting running back, starting middle linebacker, so you're going to leave the field very, limited. You're not going to be off the field very much.
Yeah.
But do you have any goals that you want for this year? Do you have any, I want to run for 6,000 yards? Or
It's a good goal.
Yeah, I have goals like that, but
Got that mapped out, what we're going to do?
Oh, it's definitely going to end in 6, so that's what it's going to end in.
Okay. Now, I did hear something. This is unusual.
Sure.
We brought up QB1, Brody McLaren. He's starting as a junior, and I was kind of looking at the depth chart, and I got a little worried because I felt like a freshman was going to have to back him up. But the little birdie told me that you are actually second-string quarterback this year.
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. Whoa. Have you been working on the arm?
I have a little bit, but mainly that's just in case if something happens. But I stay ready, yeah.
Okay, now last year we saw our tailback get several packages where he would come in as QB, not in mop-up duty or anything, like literal key drive. He switches over to it like a wildcat but could pass out of it. Are you more like emergency, or are there actually packages designed for you?
There's both. It's either way. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
So if you had to pick the score this week, what are you saying?
And I don't know about the score, but it's definitely we should handle them, and it should be a win.
Okay, now you talked about scoring more points than last year. It was 40-21. So you said it's going to be like our margin of victory is going to be bigger.
We're not giving up 21 points, and so we might score about the same, but we're not giving up 21 points to that team.
Okay, all right. I like it. You heard it here first. This is the Bethany Broncos Coaches Show. John Hickman, John Campbell leading the charge tonight. This show is sponsored by Red River Credit. They're at a new location, Red River Credit, 4571 Northwest 23rd. Check out Red River Credit. Of course, we're also at Qdoba this evening. You can come by. Again, autographs. They're free for most of the players. A couple of them are charging, but we're right here at Northwest Expressway and Rockwell. We've got some coaches coming up. We're going to take a short break, and then Junior Gabe Baxter is going to be up, and we'll hear from him. If you want to text a question, we got a serve text line, 405-367-3732. There's a 6-7 in it. Y'all like that? 6-7. 367-3732. You can text us at the Serve Coffee hotline. So text us, and we'll be back right after this.
We are Integrity Heating, Air, and Plumbing, in business for over 40 years. We've provided top-notch service for every company and residential home in the area. Let's take a look inside and let you meet some people.
Hey, Blaine. Good morning. Here we have a part of our call center. This is Tina. That's Gabby. That's our general manager, BJ. Our office hours are from 7:30 to 7:30, Monday through Friday. And we do heating and air conditioning, plumbing and electrical. Give us a call. We always have specials. Our number one priority is your family, constant comfort and convenience. We offer 24-hour service.
And in order for us to do that, we fully stock everything here at our warehouse, whether it's commercial or residential. We offer plumbing, heating and air, and electrical full services. All of our guys are licensed, we're bonded and insured.
Here at Integrity, we offer senior discounts, military discounts, and public service discounts.
You worked hard for us, so let us work hard for you.
Yeah, go Broncos.
Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's does. Come by Zaxby's Chicken Fingers and Buffalo Wings at 5859 Northwest Expressway and find out why Zaxby's is Oklahoma's go-to for great chicken meals. Zaxby's has the chicken fingers, the sandwiches, the wings, and the sauce that will leave your mouth watering. Now with the all-new lemon pepper line of meals. Late Night Zax introduces the Zappetizer Trio and keeps the drive-thru open after 8 p.m. So use the Zaxby's app to earn rewards, and remember that Zaxby's will cater your event. Head to 5859 Northwest Expressway or call 405-603-8190 to make your Zaxby's order now. 405-603-8190. Zaxby's.
Come see us down at Smoothie King. We have two amazing locations to serve you. 5914 Southeast 15th Street in Midwest City and 5921 Southwest 3rd Street, located right in the heart of Oklahoma City. Folks, we have the awesome Dude Perfect smoothie. We have wonderful enhancements to get you ready for your workout. Rule the day. Smoothie King is your one-stop shop for delicious smoothie action. Come see us.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Bethany Broncos Coaches Show. John Hickman here, John Campbell. We've got some Johns. Of course, Coach John Arthur will be coming up here in a little bit. We are at Qdoba. That's Northwest Expressway and Rockwell. A lot of students love here because they give high school students, college students, middle school students, teachers, you get a free drink. And so that's not a bad deal at all. A lot of people here tonight. I wish they'd get out because I need to get in line. But we love it here at Qdoba. Thankful for their sponsorship. We're also sponsored by Red River Credit. They've got a new location, 4571 Northwest 23rd, Red River Credit. We've got a Serve Community Coffee hotline. That's a Serve Coffee Shop right there in the heart of Bethany, 405-367-3732. If you want to ask Gabe Baxter a question, or Tristan Garrett a question, or even Coach Dalton or Coach Stout or Coach Arthur, please text us any question. We'll get that on the air. Great place for coffee. All right, we've got one, John. We've got Junior Gabe Baxter in. Gabe, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We also want to give Facebook Live a shout-out. They're all watching you right now. All the baddies are watching you, Gabe. They're probably liking this live video right now, so thank you for being on here. Gabe, Junior, let's tell everyone what position you play and how long have you been with Bethany?
I'm the starting right tackle and starting defensive tackle. I've been at Bethany since kindergarten.
Okay, did you transfer in or did you live in district?
I lived in district up until like halfway to freshman year. Then I moved out, and I transferred.
And kept coming to be a Bethany Bronco.
Yeah.
All right, you mentioned you play on both sides of the ball. John asked this question a little bit earlier to Wyatt. You're in the trenches, so is one better than the other?
Both really about the same. You hit people head on. about all the time.
So is it Coach Gonzalez on the defensive side? Is he your position coach?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, who's your position coach on the offensive line?
Coach Pennington.
Okay, which one's better? Which one's nicer to you?
Definitely Pennington.
Coach Pennington's a little nicer to you. So give me an example of how Coach Gonzalez would be not as nice to you.
Like if we didn't go down on a down block, or if we got reached, or just didn't do our assignment that play, he'll get on to us.
Yeah, and what does that look like when he gets on to you? Is that just yelling, or what's he doing?
And he's just if we make something stupid, he'll yell at us, but then he'll coach us through it.
Yeah.
He's real strict, but he's a good coach.
Yeah, we like Coach Gonzalez. A friend of the show has been on several times. Was on with Luke Young at Zaxby's as well, but he's a talker now. Does he tell y'all stories like where he just starts going on and on about the good old days?
Sometimes when during practice when we don't have anything going on, we like to call it Gonzo story time. And he tells us a story about what happened in the past, with him in college.
Yeah, we got to play a little college ball. I've heard stories. Got to play at the Air Force Academy. He wasn't. He was at Texas Tech. Is that where he was? Where was he? It was like a Texas school.
I don't know.
But a JV, and then it was a small school. That's right. And then he got to play at some of the bigger schools, and so we'll have to ask him some of those stories.
All right. So y'all had a lot of seniors graduate last year. So especially on the line side, how is that going to look this year? Do you got some younger players stepping up, or?
Our line is majority of it's juniors. Besides our left tackle, he's a senior. But I feel like we have definitely upsized in the size category.
Okay.
And I think we can still compete at the level that we did last year.
Yeah, Coach Arthur, he was really confident in you guys on the offensive line. What about the defensive side?
We have Breck, he's 6'5" guy, real tall. He played last year at nose when I was hurt, but he's good. We have Chase, me and him in the middle, and then we have Marcos at the end.
So what about depth? Because as there's been an upgrade on size, it seems like maybe there's, hate to use the word downgrade, but maybe a little bit lack of depth as maybe previous seasons. Do you see that as a potential danger for us?
I'm not really sure. On defense, we have plenty of subs on defense because the way Gonzo coaches it, you can be a D tackle and you can play defensive end and so forth. And so you sub you in, make sure you're well rested for if you play on the offensive side of the ball too.
Okay, first game of the season coming up against Noble this Friday night. We go on the road. What's your take? Do you like starting the season on the road, or would you rather start it at home?
I like the travel. I like the traveling, see the sights of a new town.
Yeah.
You're going to go explore the glorious Noble. Is that what I'm hearing? You're going to get a hotel and go venture around and talk to the Nobleites?
I don't travel that much, and so just seeing how these different places are like, I find some joy in that.
How about that? Did you expect that?
No, but it's fun seeing other schools. I enjoyed that last year, going to see, Chickasha was probably my favorite with the
leg lamp.
There was some weird stuff in Chickasha, so I understand where you're coming from. That's a lot of fun.
Gabe, as you've watched tape of Noble, what's your take on maybe where we would have an advantage over them that maybe could hurt them?
That's it, because they like to run the ball a lot, and they like to throw cheeky screens in there every once in a while.
Cheeky, okay, all right. Look at you.
Yeah, but I feel like with our size of the D line and the way we've been coached, I feel like it shouldn't be an issue.
All right. So we asked Wyatt this, but what do you think? How do you think the score is going to end up this week if you had to pick?
Definitely either the same, if not better than last year.
Okay.
Okay, for our audience, it was 40-21 last year. Bethany, the good guys, got the W. Now, do you think your coaches like you making a prediction, or are they okay with that, or would they be like, no, just play it cool?
We can make all the predictions that we want, but at the end of the day on Friday, what the score is what the score is.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. But I think I don't know. I'm excited about it. It's always y'all have worked all summer.
Put in the
It
time.
finally starts where y'all get the game time. Bethany travels well, so like students and stuff. So there's usually a really good visitor side when y'all go. So I think that'll be a great week for y'all.
Gabe, last question. We'll get you out of here. This is Gabe Baxter, junior Bronco for Bethany. Gabe plays on both the offensive line, defensive line. This first game, what kind of jitters will you have to start your junior year?
I don't think I'll have any because I got all my jitters out last year when they called this count was on 2. First play of the game when I false started.
Yeah, you went on 1?
Yeah.
Okay, we can't have that this year.
Yeah, no.
We're going to be watching for that. I said last question, sorry I lied. Do you have any pregame rituals?
I like listening to music.
What are you listening to?
Really, whatever I have on my playlist.
Oh, come on now. Just let it out. You're being shy now. Is it probably inappropriate? Should we not be hearing what you're listening to?
Some of it is definitely not kid friendly, but
His parents are watching. Okay, cut that out. Cut that out. All right, Gabe, thank you so much for joining us. We're at Qdoba, Northwest Expressway, Rockwell, right by the Chick-fil-A. Give them a little shout-out, too. But Qdoba gets a lot of love this evening. A lot of people here eating some great food. I'm a fajita steak burrito guy. John, what are you, Campbell?
That's what I get when I'm here.
Yeah, the queso. Oh, so good. Okay, so we're getting hungry. We're going to be eating here in a little bit. If you want to stop by, please do so. This is the Bethany Broncos Coaches Show presented by Red River Credit. They have a new location, Red River Credit. It's at 4571 Northwest 23rd. Want to give some love to Mike back in the studio and Luke running all of our technical stuff here. We're on Facebook Live, and obviously you're listening to thegospelstation.com, Sports and Talk, or live365.com. You can find us all over. Thank you for listening. Help get the word out. We still got like 40 minutes of show left. We'll have junior Tristan Garrett up right after this break, so stay with us. We'll be right back.
Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Riley, owner here at Victory Mattress Outlet, and my job is to help individuals get a quality night's sleep on our name brand mattresses for prices they can't afford. I have a great offer for you right now. If you go to this website, victorymattressoutlet.com/win, WIN, fill that form out, and you got a free coupon for a buy one mattress, get one 50% off. We look forward to seeing you. Have a great day.
Your home and your car are more than just things. They're where you make your memories, and they deserve the right protection. At Blake Nightingale State Farm Insurance, well, he gets it, and that's why he's there. For your home, life insurance, car, and more, call Blake Nightingale 405-728-1313. Blake Nightingale State Farm Insurance, 7304 Northwest Expressway. Like a good neighbor, Blake Nightingale is there. State Farm Insurance. Tanko Mechanical, Electrical, and Plumbing is a commercial and industrial contractor. They offer end-to-end client experience that includes seamless communication, budgeting, staffing, on-site organization, and it's solid quality handiwork every time. The past projects include both new construction and repairs and restoration. Occupied and fully operational job sites are never a problem. They can also plan, manage, and build multi-phase jobs. We are a turnkey plumbing, electrical, HVAC, and mechanical contractor. Tanko Company, give them a call at 405-255-7804. Again, that's 405-255-7804.
Welcome back to the Bethany Broncos Coaches Show, sponsored by Red River Credit. Don't forget, they're at a new location, 4571 Northwest 23rd. Tonight, our Bethany Broncos Coaches Show, we're live at Qdoba, Northwest Expressway and Rockwell, right here in just north of Bethany. We're technically in Oklahoma City, but it is a wonderful place, Qdoba. The line's dying down just a little bit. Great time to come visit, get in, get some food. We've got Tristan Garrett, the junior, up next, and then after that we'll have Coach Stout and then Coach Arthur. So you stay with us. If you'd like to ask any of our next guests a question, you can text our Serve hotline. Serve is a great coffee shop in the heart of Bethany, right off 39th Street. My favorite barista is Jonas. He gives me great, it's a weird drink. It's called a Prairie Dog. It feels weird asking for a Prairie Dog, especially if you want it blended. You're like, hey, I want a blended Prairie Dog. That doesn't sound appetizing, but it's delicious, Campbell. It's so good. 405-367-3732 is the number, 405-367-3732. If you know Tristan, hey, text, ask him a question. That's how you do it. Is any of your family, Tristan, watching right now? Anything? Are they listening?
Yes, sir. My dad is.
Okay. What up? Tristan's dad, we give you a shout out. I'm John Hickman. This is John Campbell. And as we mentioned, Tristan Garrett is with us, the junior middle linebacker and fullback, ready to go. Last year, your season kind of cut short with a devastating injury.
Yes,
but we're back better than ever. First of all, how are you on recovery? How's your body feeling?
My body's feeling great, better than it ever has. I've been putting in work constantly throughout the summer and every other day in the off season and while we're in season.
So tell me about that rehab process for someone that's never been, maybe if you can, it's up to you how much you want to talk about the injury, but what happened and then what you've had to do to get back to, as you've said, better than ever.
Yeah, yes, sir. When I was hurt, my first 4 months I had physical therapy every other day. Went to physical therapy, that obviously helped, but after that, even while I was during that, I just went to the gym every day constantly, hit plyometrics every day, lifted every day. My max just shot up through the roof even after I got hurt. I'm faster, stronger, better than I even was before I got hurt.
That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. So it's been a while since you hit an opposing player. Have you been able to hit some of your teammates?
Yes, sir, and opposing players. We just had a scrimmage.
Okay, that's right. So Friday we had Elgin and was it Guthrie?
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit how that felt to get back onto the field in live action.
Felt amazing, sir. It was a rush between everyone. I think everyone's ready, and I think everyone's going to prove everyone wrong this season.
Oh, okay. So you said prove everybody wrong. What are people saying?
People are thinking that we're going to be the underdogs and we're not going to achieve greatness and do even as good as what we did last year, but I think we're going to prove them wrong, and I think we're going to do better than everyone expected.
That's what I like to hear.
I mean, I'm ready to play for you. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
I have high expectations for you, so I don't think
he's not people. He said people are saying these things. That's not him. Yeah. I am. I'm not sure how good we're going to be, Tristan.
You'll see.
Okay. All right.
Well, we were talking a little bit. So you play middle linebacker,
yes, sir,
and fullback.
Yes, sir.
Which one do you prefer?
Linebacker.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
You like putting on the hit?
Yes, sir.
I remember calling your name a few times last year with your tackles.
Yes, sir.
But with you running, is there a linebacker in the NFL or somebody you look up to that you want to have your game based on?
Ray Lewis.
Oh, that's perfect.
Do you have an intro like Ray did?
No,
you
sir.
come in doing the dance and all the
sir.
movement?
No.
We got to work on that.
Walking prepared.
Okay. So defensive side of the ball is maybe more your favorite. On the offensive side of the ball, last year, did you get any carries?
No, sir. I did get a couple carries, but I only got 2 or 3. I mean, again, sophomore season, beginning of the season.
Yeah. So in this year's version of our offense, we've got Wyatt Kiefer, who we had on earlier. We have Teehee,
yes, sir.
Barron, who gets to carry the rock a lot. Are there packages designed for you to run? Or are you more of a bruising, blocking fullback?
So there's majority of the packages I'm in. I'm here to just lay people out, here to pile them over. But
Tristan's ready to go.
Yes, sir. But there is a couple packages where I'll be going out on some routes. Maybe. I mean, you'll just have to come and see.
All right.
Okay.
We have a block of the game, like the blocker of the game. So watch out for that. That's awesome.
Sir.
That's right.
You don't see fullbacks that much anymore.
Yeah.
You'll be seeing me.
Good.
Now, D. Melton obviously had part of that role last year. Devontae, who graduated, moved on. We used to give him a hard time because sometimes he would go out into the route and then he would drop the pass.
For sure, touchdowns.
I know. So we used to tease him a lot.
Sir.
So we need to see you catch a touchdown this year.
Sir.
That's what we're going for.
Yes, sir.
So what are you going to do to, like some sort of symbol or gesture to let us know, John and John, that we were pulling for you, we were cheering for you, and like this was for you? I need some sort of symbol or gesture. What is it? What's it going to be? You got to pound the chest and point up at the press box. Okay. All right.
We'll watch out for it.
Yes, sir.
All right. You said you like to run like Pacheco.
Yes, sir.
Describe that, like for somebody who doesn't know who he is.
Isaiah Pacheco is a running back who something happened to him in his life that was life altering. So he ends up running harder than anyone I've seen on the field. He runs like he's flying pretty much, but just running hard.
And coming back from your injury,
Yes, sir.
that's who you're looking out for. You're going to run. You had this event, so now you're going to be running like that on the field.
I'm doing it for my grandpa, sir.
For your grandpa?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's awesome.
Tell us about your grandpa.
My grandpa was a really good man. He was a leader to everyone. It didn't even finish high school, but he started his own business. Now that business has grown into 3 different businesses between Tulsa and Oklahoma City area.
Wow.
He was just he was a leader. He was an athlete. He raised great sons. So my uncles are leaders to me. Everyone's leaders to me. But he unfortunately passed away this will be his last 2-year anniversary a couple weeks ago.
Gotcha. We're sorry for your loss, but it's awesome to hear how you're going to honor him
Yes,
this
sir.
season. So when you pound your chest and point up, that might be more for him.
Yes, sir.
But I'm still going to take a little credit.
Yes, sir.
Just kidding, Tristan. Tristan, we're so glad that you're with us. Tristan is a junior with Bethany. As you've looked at the Noble tape, and I've asked all of our players this question, what has stood out to you, and where do you see some ways we could attack the Noble Bears on Friday night?
I think that we're going to beat them just because, honestly, sir, we're a team. We're a family. We do anything for each other. We play for our person next to us. We don't play for us to look good. We play for each other. I think that there's no other team that compare to the brotherhood that we have for each other, and I think that they aren't going to be able to compete with us.
Okay, so this team, which, by the way, we're broadcasting the game live. I mean, everyone needs to know that. TheGospelStation.com, scroll, Sports and Talk, or Live365.com. Find us on Facebook. Listen, we're going to be live Friday night at Noble. Game kicks off at 7, but we'll even be on before that with a pregame show, 6:30. So make sure you're paying attention to us. Last year, well, and throughout the season, we had a lot of seniors come here. We had a lot of seniors on the field. Jackie Payne graduates. Wyatt Geisler graduates. Who else? Braxton Mullins. There's a ton of seniors that have gone on. So I would imagine there's a leadership kind of void. Who has really kind of risen up the ranks to be that voice, that strong leadership this team needs from the player perspective?
Everyone stepped up. It's just next man up. Everyone's stepping up. Everyone's filling in that role and filling in that position, and then we're ready to go.
So when something fluky happens, Noble gets on the board early, 7-0, who's going to be the voice that's going to calm everyone down and get everyone focused?
Everyone. There's not one individual. We are a team.
Wow. Okay. Listen, this guy. You see the fire in his eyes, John?
Passion.
He's ready to go.
Yes, sir.
Are you going to be able to chill until Friday night?
I've been jittering, Coach. I've been jittering.
Okay. So when we come Friday night, are you going to be throwing up before the game or
No.
what? Okay.
No.
Are you going to be too amped? I'm a little worried. What's your pregame stuff?
I like to. I mean, if it's like way before the game, I like to isolate myself from everyone. I just like to think. I like to go make a prayer. I'm a high believer in Jesus.
Amen.
But I like to go make a prayer to myself. Anyone who wants to.
I would pray to Jesus, not to yourself.
Yes, sir.
I'm just kidding.
But yes, sir. Any of my brothers who want to join me, they can. But I like to isolate myself, make a prayer, listen to music afterwards. But then once it gets close to game time, I'm amping everyone up. Everyone's getting hyped up, and everyone's ready to go.
Campbell, I don't know. I think he's locked in.
Yes,
I think you do need to come out like Ray Lewis. Just come out, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I feel bad for the Bears. All right, that's a good thing. So, Tristan, thank you so much for joining us. I know you're probably hungry too, and the line is perfect for you to get in there and get some food. We're at Qdoba Northwest Expressway in Rockwell. Anyone want to come visit us? Please come on. We're here. Players are still here. Coaches are still here. We'll be here until around 7 o'clock. We're going to take a quick commercial break. This is the Bethany Broncos Coaches Show, sponsored by Red River Credit, 4571 Northwest 23rd. We'll have Coach Dalton Stout up after this break, so come back. We'll be right here.
Step up to the next level at Coyote Pond, home with a $20 FFL transfer. Coyote Pond at 5804 Northwest 63rd and MacArthur makes the difference in customer service with a selection of just about everything with top dollar loans and rock bottom prices. Locally owned and operated, Coyote Pond is the destination headquarters for Bethany, Yukon, and Oklahoma City, and the home of the $20 FFL transfers. Call 405-470-7999 or go to coyotepond.com. That's 405-470-7999 and coyotepond.com.
C&J Sporting Goods at 6604 Northwest 38th Street has been serving Bethany and the Metro for over 30 years, with 3 generations ready to serve you with the best shopping experience of product knowledge and customer service anywhere, with a wide selection of guns, ammo, ear and eye protection, law enforcement equipment, hunting, camping, and survival gear. If they don't have it, they will order it for you. Veteran owned and family operated. Call 405-789-8102. C&J Sporting Goods.
Stan's Plumbing is your locally owned, full-service, licensed, and bonded plumbing company, proudly serving the Oklahoma City Metro for over 30 years. Stan's provides all types of plumbing services like faucet and toilet repairs, sewer repair, and trenchless pipe replacement, water heater repair and installation, both tank and tankless, plus drain cleaning and jetting. All plumbers arrive with fully stocked trucks and can resolve your plumbing problems in a timely manner. Since 1988, Stan's Plumbing has held itself to a higher standard in plumbing. Call 405-721-5100 to schedule your appointment. Stan's Plumbing, Valley Service in a dirty business. 405-721-5100.
John Campbell is your local health market agent that specializes in Medicare. Instead of talking through an 800 number, talk face-to-face with your local agent, John Campbell, to answer all your questions and find the company that best fits your needs.
You can call me at 405-200-8414, or you can come by my office. It's at 1605 Professional Circle in Yukon, Suite C. And if you have questions, I'm more than happy to even just answer questions for you. I do like to sit down face-to-face because I think that's more important.
John Campbell Health Market serves Yukon, Bethany, and the surrounding area and will travel across the state of Oklahoma to meet with you. Call John Campbell Health Markets at 405-200-8414. Call 405-200-8414.
Welcome back to the Bethany Broncos Coaches Show. It is good to be back. I'm John Hickman. Got John Campbell here. We are at Qdoba. We've got Luke with us as well as our technical director, getting us all set up and ready to go, making our sounds make it to you, our voices. So thankful for him. We've got Mike Gannon back in studio running the board from there as well. And they don't get to, or Mike doesn't get Qdoba like we do. We are at Qdoba, Northwest Expressway and Rockwell. Having some great food here, so come and join us. We've got a couple coaches up next on our coaches show, so we're excited about this. It's a first-time guest. Finally, Coach Arthur let one of his other coaches come. You know, Coach Arthur likes to kind of hog the mic sometimes, is what I've been told, but it's going to be Coach Stout. Dalton Stout is with us. Coach, thank you so much for joining us this evening.
No problem. No problem.
We're glad to have you finally. What I think is Coach Arthur comes to these and he leaves everyone else studying film and breaking down tape and getting the game plan ready and just driving you like a slave driver, right? Is that kind of how it works?
Today he said, well, as all of our coaches, I think I have the best radio face is what I was told by him. So I think that's why I'm here.
Okay. All right, well, we're glad to have you. In fact, you've got strong Bethany ties. You graduated from Bethany in 2014. You played for this football team, and now you coach this football team. And tell me, as a player, what is it that you've been able to take from those years being an athlete for Bethany and now as a coach that you're able to use specifically and related to being a Bethany Bronco?
So sixth grade was my first year to play football. I didn't play any Pee-wee or anything like that. And I knew like the first week of football, I can still remember it. I knew I needed to do this for the rest of my life. Falling in love with the sport, and then falling in love with what it taught me for my life. And I knew that I wanted to relay that to kids now. And so just what I've learned, overcoming defeat, all the emotions you experience, all the trials and the good things as well, and just learning that and applying it to life. And that's what I love about that now, is because I get to kind of direct that and continue that.
That's awesome. After Bethany, you went to SNU, right?
Went to SNU, ran track there, and went to OSU just for a little bit after that.
Okay. So was track your main sport?
No. Well, it depends. Going into my senior year of football, in the fall camp, I tore my labrum in my shoulder. So it wasn't the year I had hoped for, but I ended up getting a scholarship to SWASU to play football, and that was the plan going into the year, through the year. Then I had surgery on my shoulder in November, and then that track year rolled around, and I did well enough to receive a full ride at SNU, so I just thought, well, it's right there, maybe that's a God thing. So I ended up not playing football in college and running track.
And so after that, you Was it 2017 you became a coach here at Bethany?
Yes, 2017 was my first year, and that was Coach Arthur's first year as head coach.
So we've talked to a bunch of these players here this evening, and they're locked in, and there seems to be a great chemistry with the group, and that's one thing we even noticed last year. The team just seems really gelled together. What about does chemistry with coaches, does that matter? And if so, how do you gain chemistry as a coaching staff?
What I have figured out just by, especially this year, having 2 new coaches come on, is how blessed I've had it, because I haven't coached anywhere else. I haven't done anything else. So coming here, it's just kind of I've been used to it. But talking with the new coaches that we have this year, we're just so blessed to the men that I get to, basically hang out with every day as coaching. It's amazing.
So you graduated in 14, started in 17. So you had some freshmen that were around when you were a senior?
So I graduated 14 in the spring, so
Okay.
it ended up being 4 years in between. But my brothers were a junior and a sophomore. So those boys that I had watched, grow up together. So that was kind of rough, being like, more of a buddy than a coach. So it was kind of hard those first couple years to have those kids take me seriously, just because we grew up together. But after they left, it was kind of a fresh start for me after being in GA.
So you've coached receivers and cornerbacks. You've had several that have, graduated. How is this year's group of receivers looking?
Great. I'm blessed with 3 guys for sure that are experienced. Last year they got to play a lot, which last year we've never really been a rotating team, except with the exception last 2 years. Like last year I had, I think, 9 guys that I would grade on a Friday. That means they got significant reps. And this year, it's dwindled down. I had 6 leave, so I've got 3 left, and then some young guys that I'll sprinkle in here and there. But great kids that are listening to what I say, taking notes. You can see the huddle time that they spend on there studying, and the group I have. It's smaller than I'm used to the last couple of years, but very hardworking. The first thing I say every year is, as a receiver core, you are an outside blocker. You're not getting the ball every time. You're either blocking about half the time, or you're running a route so that your teammate can get the ball. So it's not as selfless of a position as the offensive lineman, but they have to understand that receiver isn't just a showboat. Everything, it's not all about you. So I've got a great group that understands that great kids. So
we even noticed that last year that they blocked the whole way down. It was really, they took all that serious. That was really fun to watch.
I told them they won't play. I don't care if you're the best one out there. If you're not going to block, you're not going to play. So.
Well, we did lose the all-time leading receiver for Bethany Broncos and Wyatt Geisler for good reasons. He graduated now at the next level. This year, it looks like Seth Griner, Jagger Weaver, they come in with some experience at that position. So who's the third that you're referring to?
Damian Aguilar.
Okay.
And then
Damian played more on the defensive side, I feel like, last year.
Yeah, he rotated there on defense a little bit. And then I've got to count Breck Brady as a receiver too, because,
a weapon.
He's going to get the ball a lot this year. So he's basically a receiver as well.
So is the depth an issue, and if so, is there ways to try to protect that?
I don't think it's an issue. I think it's just been such a different thing last year. Like rotating was the last couple of years, 2 or 3 years really. Rotating, it's been nice, but it's not expected. In 4A football, most of the kids on any team are playing both ways, and so there are times where I know it's going to be a run play or whatever. I can throw a younger kid in there to get some good experience, but I'm not worried about those kids condition and run really hard in practice, so they're going to be ready for 140 plays in a football game.
Coach Stout, if there was a young middle school student or even elementary student listening that hopes to one day play wide receiver at the high school level, what are some things now to prepare them for that journey?
A tennis ball is your favorite friend. It's your is your favorite thing you've got. So that's what I learned from my receivers coach in high school, just playing catch with a tennis ball. I'd ask my dad, play catch, wear him out. I have my brothers play catch with me, wear them out, and then you just got a tennis ball, throwing against the wall over and over, getting your hands ready. That's probably the best thing. And then just your workouts, your broncho iron, is very important, and just keeping that something all year.
So I've noticed a lot of the football coaches, they teach some pretty difficult subjects. What do you teach at the school?
So my first 5 years of coaching, I was at Putnam City doing PE, which was, I loved it. I miss it sometimes. It was on your feet all day for 6 classes, and then Coach Arthur was kind enough to let me be 40 minutes late to practice every day, because that's when Putnam City would end. And then my principal at that school was kind enough to let me leave a little bit early. And then last year I was alternative education for Bethany, and this year I've stopped teaching, and I'm just doing my tree service, my tree business. So
how can people find out about your tree service? Let's give a shout out.
I've got a website and Facebook.
What's
and
the website?
Instagram. It's Stout Tree Service.
STOUT
Yes.
Tree Services LLC.com?
Yes.
All right. Y'all check it out for sure. Real quick, last question before Coach Arthur. He's kind of secretive about stuff. Like, he's not listening right now, so we're safe.
Mm-hmm.
What's our best trick play we got cooked up?
Our best trick play. I think we've got a pretty good goal line play.
Okay.
Our cheetah would sneak through the defensive lineman and kind of fly to the other side of the field. That one's pretty good. And then the boot and ladder is one of my favorites. I did that in a game when I was younger, so I love installing that every year.
Okay. All right. Well, we look forward to a fantastic season, Coach. Thank you. We need you back on again, and we'll get to ask some more questions about the games and all that good stuff. So thank you for joining us this time. First-time guest, Dalton Stout. Coach Stout, thank you so much for joining us. We're at Qdoba here at the Bethany Broncos Coaches Show, Northwest Expressway and Rockwell. Make sure you get your food here, Coach, before you go. Take care of your family, too. But we're here. This show's sponsored by Red River Credit. We've got one more guest, and that is the man, the myth, the legend. Head coach John Arthur will be joining us right after this break, so stay with us, and we'll be right back.
Looking for fast cash without the hassle? At Red River Credit in Bethany, they've got you covered. They offer auto-secured loans up to $3,500, and the best part, no credit check. Need something different? They also provide traditional installment signature loans with a credit check. Whether you need quick cash or a long-term solution, we're here to help. Enjoy cash-friendly service with easy access online at redrivercredit.com. You can apply in person at 2138 Northwest 23rd Street in Bethany. Call 405-495-9366. Locations also in War Acres and Oklahoma City.
Learn about nursing and long-term care at CNA Training Academy, 7463 Northwest 23rd Street. Mary Chikwuma offers affordable, useful, and flexible classes every day that will teach you the foundations of medical care. Mary Chikwuma has been teaching her class for 18 years and is eager to teach you. Understand vital signs, train for and be hired as a PCA, and learn about caring for patients in nursing homes, hospitals, assisted living situations, and more at CNA Training Academy. Call 405-315-1357 and ask about financial qualifications. CNA Training Academy is open to all ages and has classes on the weekend and in the evenings as well. Call CNA now, 405-315-1357, and join classes of people learning about nursing and inspiring each other daily. Now open at 5801 West Britton Road. It's Himador Mexican Grill. Order at Himador Mexican Grill and be treated to a spacious dining area, friendly staff, and delicious Mexican dishes. Fajitas, quesadillas, seafood, vegetarian meals. They've got it all at Himador Mexican Grill, 5801 West Britton Road. With different lunch and dinner specials every day and great prices, Himador Mexican Grill is the place to be. They open at 11 a.m. every day and come by starting August 30th to get some drinks at the brand new bar. The people love Himador Mexican Grill, and you will too. Call 405-367-7274 or email himadorgrill5801@gmail.com to reserve your table. Himador Mexican Grill is eager to serve you. 5801 West Britton Road, and call 405-367-7274.
Welcome back to the Bethany Broncos Coaches Show. This is John Hickman. We've got John Campbell here, and it's time for the third John. John Arthur, head coach of our Bethany Broncos, will be joining us in 1 second. We're on Facebook Live. If you want to see his face, he's in the perfect camera view, and he would love to wave at you and all that good stuff. So tune in through Facebook Live, or hey, share it, get the word out, let people know that we've still got about 10 to 12 minutes left of this show, and we're live at Qdoba, Northwest Expressway and Rockwell. The guys are next to us, too. I don't know if they're on camera view, but they're chowing down, eating the bowls and the burritos and all that good stuff. I think most of them are done, but we're here for a little bit longer. Come join us. Say hi. We would love to have you. We've got one more segment here. This is sponsored by Red River Credit, 4571 Northwest 23rd. That is their new location. Make sure you go by and see them. I think next week, John, we might be at Zaxby's doing this show, so we'll get the information out about that. Of course, we'll be live on Friday night at 7 o'clock for our Broncos against the Noble Bears. So, Coach Arthur, this is game week. Year like 85 for you in football is coming up. And does this year feel any different for you?
No, actually feels kind of like any other year. Of course, at this point, you've been going against each other for all these weeks, and so you're just kind of ready to get out there and hook it up with somebody else, and get to do that a little bit in the scrimmage. But now it's going to mean something, and so always like a kid on Christmas morning here come Friday for us.
Well, last time we talked, the kids, the players, they hadn't even been in pads yet, and so. That was a couple weeks ago. It was Friday Night Lights. They get into pads for the first time. What have you learned about this year's squad now that the pads have been popping?
Well, we've had some really good days, and that Friday Night Lights we saw some good play from guys as we kind of did our purple-white scrimmage stuff that night. And then, of course, this last week, Elgin and Guthrie pretty pleased with in a lot of ways. Had some guys step up and that we need to step up in positions. Because like we said, we lost a good number of guys on both sides of the ball to graduation, and we felt confident in some of those guys that are going to fill those shoes. But it's good to see them, step out there on the field against two other good programs and do what we expected of them, and kind of rise to the occasion on that, and show that we can be right back where we were.
I'm sure it's so beneficial for the team to start hitting other people besides their classmates and their friends, and get to hit other teams in that scrimmage. But Friday night's a whole different animal. It is game one of the new year, the new season. The standings matter. The scoreboard matters at the end. What is your strategy as a head coach going into the first game of the season? Is it more rah-rah, like let's really get them amped up, or is it more, okay, I'm going to have to bring them down and help the nerves because it's the first game, or does that vary per team, and what about this team?
No, I mean, you certainly want to be excited and ready to play, and that's kind of the thing, we always stress with our guys is we don't want to be nervous, want to play fast, want to react to the football on defense, get all 11 guys running there on offensively, early in the year, you're going to make some mistakes. You're going to have some mental errors as guys are learning stuff and all that. But just you want to do that going full speed. You want guys playing with great effort, and so that'll be again. I think our kids will be ready to go on that. I know you heard them as they talk. They're excited and ready to go for that. And so, just again, as a head coach, there's certainly that week one game, you got those things that you worry about, getting special teams right, making sure guys are getting on and off the field. Can you handle those special situations of the game, 4th and short? Can you execute a quarterback sneak if you need to? It's not something that, you haven't done a whole lot this year. All those things that you work on, kicking game, and if you got the ball backed up on the 1 yard line trying to get out of a hole, if they got a punt down, all those different little things that can happen in a game, they can really turn a game if you don't take care of business. And so those are always some scary things as a coach going into week one.
So kind of put you on just thinking differently. We've been talking to the guys about what they are expecting for Noble to throw at you guys, but what are the Noble coaches expecting you guys to throw, or what do you think they're looking out for with you guys?
I mean, I think that's going to be fairly difficult for them, just in terms of what we've kind of got right now going, and of course a little bit of a change on the offensive side of the ball in terms of play calling and coaching staff and those kind of things. So it'll be a little bit, if I were them, it would definitely be, you've got to kind of keep your mind open to seeing some other things than maybe what we have done in the past, just because there is that unknown. And the same for us. We know last year they kind of caught us off guard a couple times early in that game, just formationally and doing some things that we had not seen from them, because you're so limited in film at this point of the year and what you've seen from them. And so on both hands, it really tests you early on the defensive side for sure. Can you adjust? Can you make adjustments as you need to if they do something you hadn't seen? Because chances are they're going to do something you haven't seen. We're working off of maybe a 30 to 40 play scrimmage film, as opposed to normally you work off of 2 to 3 games of film.
We've got about 7 new starters on both offense and defense. Does that change how schematically you've planned out the first few games?
We're obviously got some guys, some positions that we still have guys, battling, whether it's for a first starting spot or kind of who's going to be the backup in that area, because you've obviously got to have a guy ready to go in certain positions. And so, these first 3 games being non-district games, we will probably, I know places like the offensive defensive line where you really have to be, your depth has really got to be an issue, just because guys can get banged up at those positions. Certainly we'll see some guys in there rotating in and out, just getting guys. I know Coach Gonzalez always does a great job of that on the defensive line, just because those guys that's really a place they can get gassed really quick depending on the pace of the game. And so, having guys ready to go. And so we'll use these first 3 games certainly to make sure we've got some other guys with some game experience kind of going into that district play.
We asked Gabe if he was more excited about starting the season on the road or if he wanted to be at home, and he talked about how he was excited to go explore Fantastic Noble. So as a head coach, is there something kind of galvanizing about taking the team to start this new season, us against the world, on the road, or would you rather have started at home?
I think a road game is great for us right now. I mean, we'll be ready to play wherever. I love, last time we played a game in Noble was, I think, in 2017. Is my first year as head coach, and we were playing in the state, played in the semifinals there, played Ada and got beat. I think we got beat 31-28 or something like that. And so it was a really fun, great atmosphere, kind of sitting down in the bowl. It's a great football atmosphere at that stadium, and so definitely have some good memories, at least of the atmosphere there.
Yeah. Last year the team was so successful, 10-3, made it to the state semifinals. As we've mentioned, some of the players have graduated or transferred. But not only that, there's some new coaches this year. Talk about the additions on the coaching side of the staff, and then how everyone's gelled together.
I feel really good about the guys we've got, and certainly going to miss some of our the guys that have been around, but we know they've gotten some good opportunities and family things that we certainly don't want them to miss, but feel really good about Coach Horrocks as our pass game coordinator, quarterbacks coach. I mean, just a super experienced guy who just in the short time he's been around, just his football knowledge is immense, and is going to be really great for us on that side of the ball. I mean, he's coached college level, been head coach at the high school level at a couple spots, and so just that's great. And other guys like Coach Hunt, coaching running backs, Coach Terrence White, who's a former OU Sooner, coaching secondary for us. I mean, just going to be, I feel really great about where we all are all around, and super lucky to have those guys that we could get them on board.
So a couple of weeks ago when we were talking, you said that you kind of had a theme for your players is serving, right? Serving each other. How have you seen that working out?
I mean, I can tell you the last couple of weeks have been about the best I've ever been around, and just in terms of our just the attitude in our locker room, and the kids all being just being on board with what we're trying to get after, and that's going to obviously be critical for us, because we know everything's not always going to go your way on a Friday night. You're gonna have battles. You're gonna have adversity. Coach Stout talked about when he played and he learned that lesson. It's you've got to be able to handle those things, and when things don't go your way, and the closer you are as a team, the better you're able to handle that, and that's kind of why that's important to us, and that's how, as opposed to that game going in a negative direction, you can turn that thing around pretty quickly if everybody's on the same page and everybody's together and believing and helping and serving each other. So, always kind of felt that, but definitely it's been a really good couple of weeks in seeing these guys come together in that way.
I don't like to talk about last year too much because we're talking about coming up, but that Ardmore game, y'all had, I don't know how many false starts, and how you were able to kind of get everybody